morning, Monday, 4th of October 2021, Labour Day, public holiday. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I thought I would talk about my running injuries this morning. Started running during COVID-19 2020, but I don't know how much had to do with COVID-19. Basically, I was doing a lot of walking and I got bored walking. I guess part of the pandemic. So in the past 18 months, I would estimate that about half of that time, pretty pathetic, huh? I've had one niggle or another, and I've had one fantastic proper running injury. So when I first started running 18 months ago, I had the left hamstring annoyance, nothing more than that. I wouldn't call it pain. And then my right foot, pain on the top of the foot, and that really was what sent me to the physio for the first time. So he gave me exercises and stuff, and eventually, I don't think it was the exercises because I mainly didn't do them, it sort of went away, and that was a good lesson. I've noticed that sort of pattern in where you get something annoying you or pain, something new, you just focus on it, treat it well, don't overdo it. And then about 6 months in, I had the injury of all injuries. They say, listen to your body, but what does that actually mean? Well, I kind of learned. I was running up the driveway at the start of a run on the 27th of December 2020, after getting my new Garmin watch a couple of months before. Everything was going well. I was amazed about my progress. I was running up the driveway literally at the very start, and I felt something in my right foot, and I thought, wonder what that was. Anyway, I proceeded to run 10 kilometers, and when I got back, that was my last run for a good few weeks. I didn't really feel pain during the run. I just felt sort of unwellness. Best guess from the podiatrist that I went to is that it was a posterior tibialis tendon and that I'd overdone it. Every time I took a step, even walking, I could feel it. And that was pretty devastating. I remember I said to myself, if I can get through this, I'm going to be a better runner as a result of it. The podiatrist told me I've got flat feet. Got orthotics. It was an eight-month journey. Whereas now I feel nothing in my right foot. Tendons are tricky, but there are definite ways to fix them by loading gradually. According to the internet, I would have expected it to be fixed in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. In fact, 12 weeks seemed to be the consensus from the internet. Well, that's 3 months, and it took me 8. So I think sometime late January, I was really depressed about this situation. I went up to a local dead-end road for a test run. It was an abject failure. I couldn't run or jog for more than 20 metres. Earlier that week, I was watching some YouTube videos about famous running locations in America, and one of them in Colorado is called Magnolia Road Elevation Run. Anyway, back to my miserable test jog failure. I was walking back home, and at the end of a dead-end street, I saw a car, and on the back of the car it said Magnolia, and I thought to myself, wow, Magnolia on this car. It's the name of some finance business. And I thought, there could be hope. I will run again. So I went back home. Had a chat with my daughter. Told her about Magnolia. I checked my emails. The first email that I saw was an email from a completely random company, I think a real estate company, called Magnolia, and that blew me away. Gave me even more confidence that I would run again. So recently I've been back to a physio. So he reckons my left hamstring, which is currently in focus. It's cool. It just needs strengthening. Bring it up to scratch with the rest of my muscles and tendons. So I was sitting at the computer recently, and my daughter asked me, Dad, where would you like to run? What would be, if you could run anywhere in the world, where would it be? And of course, my answer was Magnolia Road. So I turned back to my computer, continue my work from home pandemic, blah, blah, blah. Opened an email from a new staff member, and lo and behold, the address for that new staff member was Magnolia Road in Sydney. So I'm still running, monitoring my hamstring, running on Edgecliff Road. One day, hopefully, Magnolia Road. 5k, 30 minutes. Thanks for coming. See you next time.